Alright, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking do it. What's up, you little shits?
Hey.
Welcome back to Music Mondays. I'm Taylor.
Music Mondays. And I'm Leah.
And this is Music Mondays. I think.
Maybe.
What are we talking about today? So, today. I'll tell you what we're talking about today. We are talking about HAIM, the band. Is it just HAIM?
It's just HAIM. But I think all of their handles everywhere are HAIM the band.
HAIM. Okay. HAIM. So this episode is going to be a combination of us being dumbasses. So
Mostly just both of us.
that's a combination of this podcast.
Not wanting to listen to the album that we didn't already know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this band has 2 albums. Something to Tell You.
That's most recent.
And Days Are Gone.
Days Are Gone.
Which is, Days Are Gone is the 2013 release, and Something to Tell You is a 2017 release.
Yes. And Taylor and I, so listen, not making excuses because this is our job, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is our job, and it's, when you're a podcaster, you get to do whatever the fuck you fucking want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really, but
you do.
But you do. So
our podcast is not yours.
There you go. So it is currently finals week. Taylor, as of, I don't know when this will happen in your life, but right now, from our present moment in time, Taylor and I graduate college next weekend, which is something really stupid that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after that. We're going to graduate college and we're going to move, and then we're going to just, who knows what's going to happen after that. But we've been a little preoccupied, and we were talking earlier, when we're preoccupied and overwhelmed, all we want to do is listen. I'm not trying to listen to new music that I have to focus on and think about.
Yeah, I told Leah that this morning I turned on the first song from Something to Tell You, and I listened to 30 seconds of it.
Just know that I want you back.
And then I turned it off and turned on a different podcast.
Yeah. I have only been listening to podcasts. Speaking of podcasts, let's have a little podcast corner. Want to? Have you listened to The Murder Squad?
No.
It's on the Exactly Right network.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to. It's Paul Holes and some other guy, and they did a lot of My Favorite Murder, but they talk about.
I'm only on episode 80 something. So.
Well, it comes out. Well, yeah, but they talk about cold cases and ones that are still unsolved, and the reason it's the Murder Squad is because they give you this information, and if anybody who listens knows anything, they want you to call in and tell them.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Sounds good.
It's awesome.
I still I have a few podcasts that I listen to. I've been really bad about listening to them lately. What?
They did one episode. Murder Squad's new. There's only 5 episodes, but they did one where they interviewed someone who was attacked by the Golden State Killer and survived.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I love survivor stories.
Me too.
Obviously My Favorite Murder. Also, the Rooster Teeth podcast is always a good time. You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes. Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard.
With Tyler Oakley and Corey Cool.
I used to have that one, yeah. It's still subscribed on here.
I listened to that for a minute.
It's a lot. And there was a couple more, but for some reason they don't want to show up on my screen right now. But I have some good podcasts that I listen to pretty regularly.
Yeah. I listen to, this is weird and nerdy coming out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to Jim Harold's Campfire, and it's just people calling in, telling about their paranormal experiences.
That's fun.
It is. Also, Astonishing Legends is really good. They did, a long-ass series on the Patterson Gibson, the Bigfoot video.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. All right, let's talk about our own podcast, shall we?
Yeah. So, HAIM, do you want to tell about them?
Yeah, I can tell about them. So, HAIM consists of 3 sisters. Este. She plays bass and vocals. Danielle, vocals and guitar. And Elena, guitar, keyboard, and vocals. So, let me pause a second.
They're hot.
They are hot. I researched them on Wikipedia and copied and pasted some of it, but I'm just going to go to the Wikipedia. So thanks, Wikipedia. So they grew up in a musical family. They began playing instruments in a cover band, Rockin' HAIM, which was formed by their parents. The two oldest sisters, Estee and Danielle, began performing with the pop group Valley Girls in 2005. And yeah, this band Valley Girls was like on Kids' Choice Awards. And then it stopped after that, I guess. But then they didn't like add their younger sister Elena until 2007, and then they didn't consider it seriously as a career for a while. So then, sorry, that was really gross. I'm a little stuffy today, so let me be. So Danielle Haim, I think, is the oldest. She's the oldest.
Okay.
After she graduated high school, she was discovered by musician Jenny Lewis at a jam session, and this led to Danielle joining her band, Jenny, I don't know, their band. And then the lead singer of The Strokes came to see one of Lewis's shows, and then asked Danielle to play guitar and percussion on his solo tour. So yeah, and then she worked with the Casablancas. She was in a band, or auditioned for a band backed by CeeLo Green, was on The Tonight Show, all that kind of stuff. And then they released was it an EP, Forever? Mm-hmm. That was the first thing that they released. They released that in 2012. Yes, 2012. And then in 2013 they released their first album, Days Are Gone, which that was their debut studio album. They went on tour. They did all this stuff.
I have it on vinyl.
You have it on vinyl? Nice.
It was one of the first vinyls I bought.
Nice. Sorry, world. I'm just going to write my nose on my sweater and be disgusting.
It's humid but cold in here. So it's a weird...
I feel damp.
Yeah. Did you know that they collaborated with Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
On a version of Rhiannon? That's really nice.
I didn't know until recently, but I did know that. I do know that right now. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. And then they released Something to Tell You in 2017. Yes? Okay. Yeah, and then I think everybody knows the single off of that, which is Want You Back. It's the first song on the album. That was the first HAIM song that I didn't listen to them really until this album came out. That was the first song I had heard by them. But yeah, and then it says on November 11, 2018, the group performed at Bethsaida 2018 with a lineup alongside Ringo Starr, James Taylor, and Don Henley.
They've gone on tour with Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Florence and the Machines. Also, their first album was recorded with someone named Ariel Reekshed, and then also Vampire Weekend and Usher helped, which is funny that Usher helped on that album. But Vampire Weekend's kind of cool to have it. So they're weirdly famous.
Yeah, from an early. I'm sorry, this is disgusting.
You're
I
good.
just have to. From early on, they were. I mean, one of the first people to discover them was the lead singer of The Strokes. So
right. This also says that Elena dropped out of college to join the band.
Was it too late for me to drop out of college?
Honestly, I think I sent you that in a Snapchat the other day.
Wish I could drop out of college to be a musician.
I never wanted to go to college, so me making it this far is really amazing.
Yeah. The only thing standing between me and graduation is doing a scene. So
I have a final on Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
To go to it? That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
But I get a note card.
Oh. What is it for? Is it for that one class?
EAPS, yeah.
Yaps.
Earth and
Awesome Planets.
Yep. Science. You want to talk about your album first, or should I talk about my album first?
I can talk about mine.
Okay.
I don't fucking know a whole lot, to be quite honest.
Well, just say what you like, what you don't like.
I mean, obviously, I like "Want You Back" because it's good and it was a song that I like. But also, "Little of Your Love" is really good. This album kind of, I mean, the band as a whole kind of has like a. I wrote sounds like it's got a 70s-esque. I spelled esque wrong. Girl pop vibe? Question mark? Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like first of all, the idea of a family band is fun. And their voices just go so well together, obviously probably because they're related and they've been singing together since they were like teensy. But like the harmonies on literally like every single song.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, basically the whole thing. Every lyric is basically a harmony.
Right. And it's nice.
It is
I like
nice.
it a lot. Little of Your Love was really good. The chorus is just really good. There was one I didn't really like, Right Now and Kept Me Crying. They were just kind of boring. This album for me, like I like the whole album and these are songs that I can listen to, but like I feel like it starts really strong and then kind of like just a little bit kind of just tapers off, which I'm like, I kind of wish that they would have taken like, it's like the first 5 songs and then the last 5 songs. I'm like, I kind of wish they would have been mixed a little more, but I also don't know it well enough to be like, oh, this is why it's in that order. So I can't really speak to that. That's just my personal preference because I know a lot about music.
Yeah. Days Are Gone. Like I said, I have this on vinyl, so I've listened to the entire album through quite a few times. Did I say I have this album on album?
No, you said vinyl.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
My brain pulled through for me.
Do you want to hear a sidebar?
Yeah.
I blacked out. I didn't actually black out. I zoned out yesterday while I was getting coffee. And I was going to pay, and she's like, "What was your name?" And I told her, I said Leah, or I thought I did anyway. And then I was sitting there with my card, and then I snapped back, and she's going, "Your name, ma'am." And I was like, "Leah, I think."
Not sure.
That's my sidebar.
That's funny. Yeah, this album is good. There's a lot of like, I don't know if they do it as much in Something to Tell You, but there's a lot of like, they have like really bouncy voices, but like low bouncy, if that makes sense.
Yes,
and I like it a lot. Honey and I is a really good one. Obviously the title track, Days Are Gone, is very good. And then My Song 5 is good. And something fun that they did, in 2014, A$AP Ferg did a remix of My Song 5, and it's actually good.
Interesting.
It's actually good.
Actually good.
But I don't know. I just like their vibe. I like them as people. I don't know if you follow them on social media, but they're just good.
Yeah.
They're not like,
They are good.
they're not like shitty.
It's really unproblematic and down to earth and fun and funky and
they have
fresh.
pretty
and cool,
hair.
And they look good. And they can wear those little tiny glasses if they wanted and not look stupid.
Yeah.
Probably.
I like their album covers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of it. Their songs have a lot of plays. Like The Wire has 86.9 million plays on Spotify.
They're like that band. I shouldn't sit back that far. They're like that band that everybody like knows of and listens to, but isn't like, that's HAIM, and I'm listening to HAIM because I feel like they're one of those.
I feel like everybody knows who they are and everybody's listened to them before, but nobody chooses to listen to them after listening to the album like 5 or 6 times.
Yes.
Not that it's bad, it's just you get your fill. I'm full.
Do you like that this can happen?
Leah's headphones disappeared into thin air, so.
Yeah, I came in today and they weren't there, and I was like, I don't know where those be. And then I asked and I said, can I have some other ones? And then they gave me other ones. I said Michael gave me the other one.
Yeah.
One person. Sorry, world. That was disgusting. So what are you guys doing?
That's what this album sounds like to me.
It's very what did I just went like this. It's very I think my like 70s-esque girl pop vibe question mark. Okay, it's just like maybe that's why I didn't like Kept Me Crying and Right Now, because it kind of lost that like yeah. The things we say here at
It's
Music
very-
Mondays Incorporated are so profound.
Hot take. I have a hot take. It's a good dance in your underwear album.
You're right. It is a good dance in your underwear album.
Like a hairbrush in hand, just having a dance party.
Yeah.
This is what this music was made for.
Hairbrush in hand, or, you know, anything that you make into a microphone, or anything, let me start over. Anything can be made into a microphone if you try hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
One time,
Like this microphone.
Yes. One time I used an ice cube.
Oh, how'd that work out?
It was cold. I like dropped an ice cube on the floor and I picked it up and then I was like, and I was like, I can't hold on to that for too long. It's cold. It's so cold.
Oh, that's good.
Luke and I will sit in the car and we'll like listen to music, and whoever is not driving like will hold the mic and then just like
That's cute.
yeah, we're very in love. I laugh after as if we're not. No, we are. I promise. It's fine. We're moving in together. Can you believe? Oh, am I supposed to say that on the podcast? Well, we are. It's happening.
Why would you not? Would be supposed to say that.
I'll tell you in a moment.
Okay.
It's nothing bad.
Okay.
It's fine. We're fine and we're very happy together. Chill, okay? Just chill. But yeah.
Well, tell us what you think about HAIM on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, all the above.
That was gross. I'm sorry.
Also, look at the Friday Faves playlist if you want to see it not be updated for the 6th week in a row. Next week, we're going to hit 50.
Wow.
And we're hitting 50 with a banger.
Banger.
'Cause I Love You by Lizzo.
Lizzo. I'm
And
going
I'm
to try to make a
stoked.
blooper reel for the 50th episode. I'm not going to make any promises. I said the word try is the key word here. Okay?
Well, because we'll tell you it next week. In the meantime, have a musical Monday.
Monday. May your Monday be musical.
Your hands are warm.
Wow, your hands are cold.
Okay, bye.